All right, Scott, tell us about this unit.
This is a Pioneer SA9900 integrated amplifier designed by Satan himself. Not really. It's just been a real pain to work on. I think I've got it fixed. And the problem is that it was intermittent. And intermittents are very difficult to fix.
What's an intermittent, Scott?
An intermittent is something that works most of the time and then occasionally doesn't work. And this amplifier would play perfectly 99.99% of the time. And then just once in a while, whenever it took a notion, the sound would simply stop for about a half second and then come back on. And I have been fighting with this unit for, I guess, about a month now total. And I think I have finally found the problem and fixed it.
What makes them so hard to fix?
Intermittents are hard to fix because if something is working, there's no way for you to diagnose what's wrong with it. And since it works 99.99% of the time, again, there's really no way to diagnose it. You have to get lucky. You have to take a guess at what you think is the problem and then connect a meter or a scope or whatever piece of test gear you would use to see if that's the problem. And then you have to wait for it to quit while you're watching your test gear. And if it will quit while you're watching your test gear, and if you're connected to the right spot in the amplifier, your test gear will indicate it and you'll know you're on the right track. But see, it's with any diagnosis, you start with a guess and you test and then you keep testing until you get to where the failure is. And that's how you find out what's wrong. That's how you find how to fix it. You say, okay, everything works up to this point and then it stops working here. So right in this little area, that's where the problem is. But when the unit's working, you can't do that. So you have to wait for it to fail. And this thing didn't fail very often. It could play for hours on end without acting up and then just boop, and then it's back. So anyway, I believe that it turned out to be a single power transistor on the voltage regulator board that was actually intermittent. You don't see intermittent transistors often except in the case of blackleg transistors, and I had already replaced all the blackleg transistors in it. They're all gone. This is a power transistor, and I've really only seen that in a couple other cases, and both of those involved a particular direct drive turntable. And this is the first time I've seen it in an amplifier.
Very interesting.
So it's going home, and I think the owner will be happy to have it back, and I'm certain that I will be happy to have it gone.
Oh, yes.
Because as I'm sure a lot of people who are watching this are thinking, I sure do wish he'd fix my stereo, and now maybe I can do that.
Maybe you can do it now.
So, yeah. All right, so that's it.